What's up, my dudes? No MXGP 2020. So, just came to my realization here that usually at this point in the year, we've had some sort of a announcement or some sort of a trailer or some sort of a something that basically shows that we're going to be getting some kind of that next MXGP game that we've been getting every single year for the past 4 years now, right? Usually, at this point in the year, we would have already gotten that trailer or that announcement or whatever, and so far, I haven't seen anything on that. Some of you guys can correct me in the comments if I'm just missing it or whatever, but I'm not seeing any of it anywhere. I went and looked on their website. I'm not seeing anything on there. Haven't seen anything on you. Normally, I see it without even trying to look at it, right? Because I'll see some recommended, new MXGP game trailer type deal, right? But I haven't seen anything on this so far. So this is kind of crazy, and there's a couple different reasons that this could be. Obviously, the main glaring reason that could be is because of just 2020 and all the wild ass shit that's been going on in 2020. That may be the reason why they're not able to release it in 2020. But there's also a lot of other things you could be thinking. Definitely some, you kind of get a little deep in the theories here with thinking that maybe they're going to stop trying to release 2 motocross games a year, and maybe they're going to try to start going down the road of releasing 1 a year, or maybe they're going to try to do some sort of combination game with MX versus ATV, or they're trying to do a Lucas Oil motocross game. I mean, there's 10,000 other things they could be doing other than just, not doing it because of all the 2020 stuff, right? So I don't know. But I just at least wanted to come in here and make this video and kind of cover this a little bit, just because it is whoa. I was definitely kind of surprised by that we haven't gotten any sort of an announcement or anything like that at all. So, yeah, I don't know. This is definitely interesting. Of course, this whole entire time this Milestone company's been making their games, I've been saying they need to stop making so many games, right? Because it's making it so hard for them to actually make proper improvements and really change their games enough, because not only are they making a Supercross game every year now, they're making an MXGP game every year, and they're also doing the whole, the whole street bike racing games. They've got another game called, is it Dirt 4, or I don't know the exact name of it. I definitely need to get into some of those other games just for some extra video content and shit. It's always fun to go play some different games. But yeah, they've got 2 other games on their website apparently that have came out after Supercross 3. So they've still been making games, but I don't know. Maybe with MXGP 2019, it didn't make enough money, it didn't make enough profits, and so they're kind of just shutting off the whole MXGP official motocross game idea altogether. MXGP 2019 might have been the last MXGP game we'll ever get. I don't know. That's definitely possible too. Even if it wasn't, them not being able to do it because of 2020, they may not be doing it just because of how badly received MXGP 2019 really was, and how bad of a game it really was. I just feel like there's so many people saw, the trailers of MXGP 2019 and the lack of extra features and the lack of, feeling like a new game, to the point where I feel like a lot of people just didn't buy MXGP 2019. I'd definitely like to know in the comments. I mean, obviously, if you're a hardcore motocross gamer, you probably bought it, or if you're a YouTuber or a content creator, you probably bought it. But if you're not, I feel like just a lot of the average, ordinary, gamer, probably would have skipped on MXGP 2019. I mean, especially after a lot of the reviews. Well, I can't really speak for the, politically correct YouTubers' reviews of games, because they're going to act like everything is not that bad everything's just, neutral and fine and dandy. And yeah, they might talk a little bit about some of the negatives, but they ain't really going to give it to you like they should be giving it to you and telling you like it really is, right? So, but my reviews obviously have been like that. So, if you saw my review on it, you'd probably have the opinion of probably wanting to skip buying this year's or last year's MXGP, right? But, maybe that's the reason. I don't know. But it is interesting. There's just so much going on right now. Such a crazy, weird year. I don't know. This one will go down in the history books for sure. We think it's so crazy because we're living in it. But in reality, there's been a lot of things that have happened over the past, 50 years or the past 100 years. Like in the grand scheme of the human race, like there's been a lot of stuff that's happened. There's a lot of people that would laugh at, us that are thinking 2020 is crazy, like some of the people that lived through, the Great Depression or whatever, the Spanish flu, whatever, some of those people would think like this is nothing compared to that, right? But, to some of us people that haven't never experienced anything like this, it's kind of something to us, but we'll get through it. There's going to be some hard times. There's going to be some craziness around election time. Yeah, I totally agree with that. But I just have the feeling like, especially once 2020 is over with, it'll all be back to normal. Everything will be back to normal. It kind of sucks. It's going to seem to be somewhat lasting the entire year, just all the weird craziness. But, they're just seeming to, continue the madness, I guess. So we'll just have to kind of wait it out and see what all happens. But maybe that's why Milestone's not releasing a motocross game. Definitely possible. Could be that reason. Could be they're trying to actually put their time into, really, really making a good, whatever their next game is going to be, Supercross 4, MXGP 2021, Lucas Oil Official Pro Motocross game. I don't know, right? But what is interesting to think about, just a little nugget for you here, THQ Nordic, the MX versus ATV company, bought out Milestone before Supercross 3, and they do have the rights to the Lucas Oil Official Pro Motocross Series, and they've been doing that in their DLC on MX vs. ATV All Out. So maybe, just maybe, they're kind of planning this little, like, Lucas Oil Official Pro Motocross video game, like, from Milestone, but it's, kind of like Supercross 3, so it's kind of got somewhat of an MX vs. ATV feeling, but it's not an MX vs. ATV game, but it's strictly based around the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross tracks. That's definitely possible. They certainly could be doing something like that. It's just all in, all of the official licensing and all that kind of stuff, but now that Milestone is under the same parent company, I don't know. Maybe they can work out a deal for that. Maybe they can figure out something on that. Who knows? But either way, just want to come in here and make this. It's a little bizarre, but doesn't seem to be like there's going to be any sort of MXGP game for 2020. So, unless they're just really waiting. But MXGP 2019 came out in August, if I'm not mistaken. So, unless they're trying to announce it at the absolute last second, I just really don't think they're going to be releasing a motocross game this year, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think we would have gotten some sort of an announcement at this point, some sort of a trailer, some sort of a something. I don't know, if it's because they can't release it in the stores per se as easily or as good or whatever. I don't know. Not really sure. I don't know how much that would really affect sales, to be honest with you, though. So many people buy stuff digitally now, but yeah, it would affect it a little bit, I guess, for the random person walking through Walmart or whatever. But I don't know if they have to pay more to get it shipped to places. I don't know all the restrictions that there would be right now trying to release a video game. I don't know, but I could certainly see where there would be extra cost, extra restrictions, extra, bullshit and hassle to have to go through. So that may be all there is to it. And then they'll just go back to their normal game cycle development next year. I don't know. Maybe they're just over there chilling, working on Supercross 4 and MXGP 2021 or something, right? So, if nothing else, I mean, I guess this really just means we're going to be getting better milestone games in the next couple games because they're able to put more time into whatever game they're working on right now versus releasing a game right now. You know, a second game in a year, right? So hopefully they'll have a little bit more time to work on their current whatever game that they're working on, right? So either way, man, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dudes.